Imagine you've just woken up inside a cartoon. The sky is an impossibly bright shade of blue. The sun has a big smiley face. And somewhere off in the distance, a giant neon sign flashes the word SUCCESS in glowing letters as tall as buildings. You've got your shoes tied, your hair sticking out in ways that defy physics, and your heart pounding with excitement. You're ready to go after it. But the road ahead isn't smooth. There are banana peels, roller, skating penguins, loops in the path, and at least 3 anvils dangling suspiciously from the sky. You can't just wander forward and hope you'll get there. You need your own cartoon style plan. 7 very specific, very colorful habits that will keep you bouncing, dodging, and charging forward no matter what. First, you need to know exactly what you're aiming for. Think about your goal like it's the final frame of a comic strip you're starring in. What's happening? Who's there? What's the scene? Don't just say you want. Success, that's like saying you want food without deciding whether it's pancakes, spaghetti, or a triple scoop ice cream cone. Make it so vivid that you can almost smell it. If your goal is to be fit, don't just say, I want to be healthy. Picture yourself so strong that people assume you're carrying a grand piano when you're really just hauling in your groceries. When your vision is that clear, your mind starts to draw a straight line toward it, like a laser pointer for your brain. Once you know where you're going, you can't just stand there holding a map and admiring it. You have to take action. Big, small, weird, whatever it takes to get moving. Cartoons don't waste time on endless meetings and overthinking. They grab a rocket, powered roller skate, and launch themselves forward. You can do the same by shrinking your first step down to something so small it's almost funny. Want to start a business? Spend 5 minutes writing down 3 possible product names, even if they sound ridiculous. Want to get fit? Do 10 jumping jacks in your living room while wearing a cape. The point isn't to make it perfect. It's to start rolling. Once you're in motion, momentum will carry you much further than you expect. Of course, things won't always go right. In fact, sometimes they'll go hilariously wrong. You'll set out to impress a client and spill coffee on your shirt before the meeting. You'll try a new idea and watch it flop like a pancake hitting the floor. That's where you need resilience. The rubber, chicken kind that bounces back, no matter how many times it's squashed. In the toon world, a character might get flattened by a steamroller, but in the very next frame, they're puffed back into shape and sprinting again. Failure isn't the end of your story. It's just a plot twist. If something doesn't work, treat it like a blooper reel. Learn what went wrong. Laugh if you can. Fix what you must. And then get back into the action before the credits roll. As you keep going, your brain is going to need fuel. Not just food, but new ideas, new skills, and new perspectives. A cartoon hero is always inventing wild gadgets, exploring strange lands, or pulling out a random fact that somehow saves the day. That curiosity is a superpower. You can make it part of your own toolkit by turning your life into a popcorn machine of learning. Keep tossing in kernels. Read books you'd normally skip. Try hobbies that make no sense. Talk to people outside your usual circle. Popcorn doesn't care what flavor it is. It just keeps popping. And so should you. Even a random fact about jellyfish might connect to your work in a way you can't predict until later. No matter how determined you are, there will be moments when you run out of energy, or worse, get stuck in a trap you can't escape alone. That's why every great cartoon hero has a squad. Batman had Robin, Scooby had Shaggy, Mario had Luigi. You need people who pull you up when you fall, cheer you on when you win, and sometimes just share a pizza with you when the day's been rough. Building your Toon Squad isn't about finding perfect people. It's about finding people who believe in your mission and add to your energy instead of draining it. They can be friends, mentors, teammates, or even online communities that share your passion. The more connected you are, the more you'll feel like you're part of something bigger than yourself. Now, here's the part nobody likes to hear. Cartoons can fast forward through training montages, but you can't. Real life success is slower, sometimes painfully so. You might be working toward your goal for months or years before it looks like anything is happening. Patience is your superpower here. If you expect results overnight, you'll get discouraged and quit just before things start to click. Think of your journey like an old school flipbook animation. Each day adds just one more tiny drawing, and eventually those drawings become a moving picture. You can make the wait easier by tracking your progress in ways that feel fun. Stickers on a calendar, a goofy progress bar you fill in each week, or even awarding yourself imaginary XP points when you finish tasks. It turns the slow grind into a game you actually want to play. Finally, and maybe most importantly, you have to keep it fun. If the whole process feels like a never-ending homework assignment, you'll start finding excuses to skip it. The best cartoon adventures aren't just about reaching the end. They're about enjoying the chase, laughing at the mishaps, and savoring the little victories along the way. You can do the same by gamifying your journey. Give yourself boss battles for big challenges. Hand out silly rewards for milestones. Take breaks to celebrate even the smallest wins. When you approach success with a playful attitude, you'll stick with it longer, enjoy it more, and probably find yourself surrounded by people who want to join in on your adventure. So there you are, standing back at the start line, but now you're not empty-handed. You've got your vivid comic panel vision guiding you like a beacon. You've got your rocket-powered first steps ready to launch you forward. You've got the bounce, back strength to laugh off mistakes, the curiosity to keep discovering new tools, the squad to back you up, the patience to survive the slow motion parts, and the playful spirit to make the whole trip feel like a grand animated quest. Success isn't just the giant neon sign waiting at the finish line. It's the colorful, messy, hilarious journey you take to get there. And when you arrive, you'll realize that the best part wasn't just reaching the goal. It was starring in your own cartoon, one where you're the hero who kept going, kept learning, kept bouncing back, and made the whole thing worth watching